So they can avoid that also. Wow.
The most astonishing capability of the Abrams X, however,
Hey guys, it's the Loud Guys. Today we are going to watch Abrams X Tank. US Army successfully tested deadliest new tank. And so like we have seen all the fighter jets and all, like those are the best. But like as far as the geography of US is concerned, I never thought they would have the best tanks possible, because like we know that US do not need tanks. They need fighter jets, they need the army, or the, you can say, the Royal Navy, because that is the most essential for them. They have to like go through all the far places. But we knew that they need some tanks because they carry those tanks in those globe masters and those heavy jets, and they take them to that places and then they use those tanks. But now they also have one of the best advanced systems in tanks. Like I was reading about it, it is even like it is comparable to the German tanks. And because like countries like Germany need tanks, because they have like countries all around them in Europe, and they have, if they have to go for a fight, they have to use those tanks to go around. But US has to carry all these tanks all these way out, and then they have to fight. So let's see like if they have maneuverability or not, and what are their uses. And it is the next gen tank, so it will have something very very crazy. India has some, I think so, normal tanks. I don't think so it will be very much comparable to the US tanks. So let's see what is there in this video.
And when I watch these kind of videos, I always got shocked at how America could, develop so much. And literally these kinds of videos are so insane. And literally basically I'm so much impressed by the American technology, because it's when we watch this kind of video, it's like I always get new information about these tanks, basically jets and all. So yeah, it's totally informative for me, and it's totally a new experience for me. And when I watch these kinds of video, I'm like, I always like that. I hope these kinds of technology should also bring in the India, or we Indians should also invention these kinds of technology. And I haven't watched these kind of video that India has developed so much. So yeah, I'm so much excited to watch this video, and I'm also so much excited to know about this tank, and also to know how deadliest this tank is.
Yes, and also if you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. So let's watch this video.
Abrams X is a new technology manufactured by General Dynamics Land Systems, or GLDS. It is designed as a concept for the latest generation of main battle tank, rather than the evolution of the Abrams tank series.
It looks so
This
cool.
tank was first revealed on October 12, 2022, during the AUSA exhibition, which took place in Washington, D.C. The Abrams X represents a new generation of MBT with increased firepower, protection, and mobility to withstand all new threat of modern combat zone.
Wow. Like it can take some impact.
Now let's
it
take
does
a
not
look
look
at the
like
design
that.
and features of this Abrams X. As reported from General Dynamics news announcement, the Abrams X has a smaller crew size compared to the previous variant. The traditional Abrams consists of a commander, gunner, loader, and driver, while Abrams X features 3 crew hatches at the front of the vehicle. This implies that the Abrams X's turret, which has been rebuilt and seems to have a reduced profile, is completely uncrewed and instead uses automatic load.
Wow.
As a result, the Abrams X is the first to use an automated loader in the Abrams family. The new crew layout also allows 3 crew members to
Basically,
sit
they have
side
a
by
family.
side, working and battling together rather than the separate stations, with the panoramic sights for the gunner and commander provided.
So like those things are panoramic sights.
The tank includes active protection systems, countermeasure grenades, and distributed aperture camera systems, or DOS, on the turret. On the front of the tank's hull, multiple armored electro-optical cameras pointing in all directions, which could also feed into the DOS architecture, are fitted. They provide the crew with 360-degree visibility without having to depart the vehicle for a significant increase of situational awareness. The Abrams X also seems to feature radar sensors similar to those used in self-driving automobiles, one of which is directed skyward towards the back of the tank. This means that the Abrams X's active protection system is capable of detecting and defeating top attack weapons such as the American Javelin and the Swedish Enlaw.
So they can avoid that also. Wow.
The most astonishing capability of the Abrams X, however, is the improved Silent Watch. This is a relatively new feature that enables the Abrams to run its power-hungry thermal sights without turning on the noisy and thermally visible gas turbine engine. This is the result of the tank's new hybrid engine. The hybrid power pack on the Abrams X is one of the most significant and possibly influential technologies woven into the tank. It is a propulsion system capable of substantially enhanced fuel efficiency while improving survivability with lower acoustics and thermal signatures.
Wow, like
it is also important to note that the Abrams X is powered by Deal 570P3 tracks. This track type was designed for the Abrams diesel variant and is a variation of the 570PO, which had previously been used on the TA 5DK in Denmark, with a wider center guide and different rubber pads. Hence, this makes Abrams X the first Abrams to be powered by a diesel engine.
Ooh.
Wow, diesel engine.
Thus, a bigger battery pack featured with the diesel engine on Abrams X can increase power, motorizing these sensors for extended periods of time. Therefore, this hybrid electric drive complements not only improved watch capabilities and some silent mobility, but also the U.S. Army's climate and electrification plans. Moreover, according to General Dynamics, the new hybrid powertrain on Abrams X decreases vehicles' weight as well as fuel consumption by 50%.
50%.
For these reasons, the Abrams X becomes the next generation MBT with the same tactical range as the M1A2 Abrams, but with lower weight and increased mobility as well as transportability. It is expected to be the most mobile Abrams in its family since the 1970s.
Yes.
The Abrams X MBT is outfitted with a new XM360 120mm cannon as its main armament. This replaces the former main armament, which was the M256 120mm cannon. The XM360 was initially created for future combat systems, a program launched in the early 2000s to replace the U.S. Army's current armored vehicles. This gun has the same caliber and utilizes the same ammo as the earlier M256. It is capable of firing new mid-range munitions, advanced multipurpose, and advanced knowledge explosives, or advanced kinetic energy. To assist minimizing recoil, the XM360 120mm cannon has a pepper pot-style muzzle brake at the muzzle. Also, to decrease gun system weight, and consequently total vehicle weight, the overall gun system employs composite materials and titanium.
These are so
On the right
advanced.
side of the Abrams X's main armament is a coaxial machine gun, while the top of the turret is what looks to be an XM914 30mm chain gun, which replaces both the commander's M250 caliber machine gun and the loader's M240 7.62mm machine gun. The XM914 is equipped with a remotely controlled gun system, allowing the crew to fire from within the hull while employing a thermal imaging system to aim at night and through smoke. This enables the crew to engage infantry, drones, soft-skinned vehicles such as trucks, and light armored vehicles such as the Russian BMP-3 infantry fighting vehicle with the chain gun, and at the same time, reserve main gun ammo for engagement with pure threats or enemy tanks.
Wow.
Therefore, this leads to indirectly boosting the main gun's ammo supply, allowing it to attack additional tanks.
This becomes so scary for all the enemies.
Seriously. But it is also so beneficial
For enhanced protection, the Abrams X has a revised armor package on the hull and turret. It also includes an active protection system capable of intercepting anti-tank guided missiles and other modern projectiles by deploying a small warhead and activating it at a safe distance from the projected platform. This will defeat or destroy the threats via a shockwave effect at a precisely calculated moment.
Wow.
Overall, the Abrams X is such a massive improvement over the original Abrams. The Army has attempted and failed to replace the M1 several times, and another Abrams is the most likely option. Although the Army currently owns thousands of Abrams and has previously refurbished earlier tanks to save money, there are so many alterations integrated into the Abrams X that remanufacturing may not be possible.
Oh.
The Abrams X is not just a tank for the 21st century. Its expected inclusion of features such as top attack active protection and a 30mm chain gun are inspired by the conflict in Ukraine. With its reduced crew, AI lethality, survivability, Mobility, manned or unmanned teaming, and autonomous capabilities, the Abrams X can be a crucial component in deadly combat networks and serve as a bridge between Abrams SEP V3 and SEP V4 to a future tank. If adopted by the US Army, it might imply that the Abrams platform might be used until the 2050s and beyond.
2050 and beyond. Wow. This is too
So
advanced.
what do you think about the new US Abrams X MBT?
Oh my god, it was so informative video, and seriously I don't have that much idea about tanks and all, but after watching this video I got to know a lot of things about this tank. First of all, I was not aware that it has a family, but I got to know that it has a family and it is so powerful, and its engine, mostly what happens that basically these tanks engines do make sounds, but this is so silent and this is so advanced. It is smart, and it works with the diesel, and its battery life also increase, and we got to know that its kinetic energy also increase. So all of these things have increased in this, and I must say that America, it will be so beneficial for America to have this tank, and all, as Parvam said, that this is going to be a very disadvantage for the enemies. So, and I do think it is one of the best inventions of the Americans, and seriously I like the whole video, and I got to know a lot of things about this, and I hope you're gonna watch these kinds of video too a lot, so that I would get more information about these tanks, basically about these weapons. So yeah, I really like the whole video.
And actually the thing is, like, I read somewhere that US is going to supply these tanks to Ukraine to fight against Russia. So that is a very big thing. And I think so it is not these tanks, these are the Abrams X tank. The US is going to supply them Abrams tank, the previous generation. I think so that one which he was talking about. So that generation they are going to supply, and even those look very, very like strong and very well built. So I think so Russia will be fearing that, and I think so they will try to tell US not to send that, because that can start the end of the war with Russia and give Ukraine a very big hand, because these are some very smart tanks, because that part was very smart, where they can just do all the thermal imaging without even starting their engine, and due to their hybrid engine. So that was very smart, and all these things that they are building into it, it is looking so futuristic, and it is like a very a death note to all the enemies that don't even try to fight it, because by any chance if they just land their tanks near you, then the only negative thing about USA is that they have to load up these tanks in flights, and then they have to land on the other places. That is the only issue for them. So the geography of USA, that is a boon for them, can also be a problem for them. So what are your opinion about it? Do let us know them in the comment section below. So do like, share and
Subscribe.
bye.
Bye.